Well, hey there, YouTube. How's everybody doing out there today? I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living, and thanks for joining me for another episode. Hope everybody had a great weekend out there. It was perfect here. Like, we had about 70, 72 degrees during the day, pleasant night, not a cloud in the sky, and I even got out of the house and went to a little art festival yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. Learned a different part of this area around here, and a place I'm going to be going back to a good bit. But I wanted to start off the week by sharing how I choose what to eat on a raw vegan diet. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go down there now and hit that subscribe button, and then come back and check out a little bit more of my content. I got a ton of videos here. Got beginner videos, some recipe videos, and hopefully something that you will find beneficial to you. So how do I choose? I mean, if you've watched my videos before, you may know of some of this stuff, but I just wanted to go a little bit more into detail on how I choose what I eat on a day-to-day basis, on a meal-to-meal basis. And sometimes it's not always a good decision versus a bad decision. Sometimes it's a okay decision versus a better decision, or even a good decision versus a better decision. Because, like, as I'm juggling my day and trying to fit, like, I don't plan out my meals ahead of time. Like, I wake up in the morning and it's not, I don't have specific things that I'm generally going to eat for the day. But it's like from meal to meal, like, I kind of go, okay, what did I have the last meal? How much more am I going to eat today? Like, and it's about getting in the nutrition. You've heard me talk about that before, that's how I choose what I'm going to eat. That's how I decide meal to meal. The things, even the salad dressings, the way I construct my salad dressings, my smoothies, what have you. It's all about the nutrition, and it's all about getting in certain things that I prioritize as being important. The fruit is easy, the fruit, I can just eat fruit all day. Fruit. I'm gonna get that in. So I'll generally start my day off with either some cut fruit, bananas, mangoes. Now I'm getting strawberries. That's one of my favorite bowls right now: bananas, mangoes, and strawberries. Or I'll have a blueberry smoothie in the morning, or I'll have some ice cream in the morning. Just fruit. Fruit is just such a great way to break the fast, breakfast. That goes back almost 30 years for me. I kind of learned a little bit about that. I didn't practice it before I became vegan on a regular basis, but I remember reading, is it Fit for Life with Harvey and Marilyn Diamond? And that's one of the things I remember. Starting each day with fruit breakfast. All right, after I've gotten that out of the way, I like to start hitting nutrition, getting in the things that I want. And besides fruit, the thing that I've been trying to get more and more and more of for the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm probably always falling short, although I'm always trying to get more, is greens. Greens are always going to be a major priority in my diet. At any given time, I've got greens in the refrigerator. I've got kale in the refrigerator. And hey, you guys know I don't eat 100% raw all the time. I like my collard greens. I generally will have collard greens once every couple of weeks or once a week, what have you. But I like my greens. I like lots and lots of greens. And I could always be getting more greens. So that's why I like, if you've watched my What I Eat in a Day videos, some of them sometimes can seem kind of repetitive, I'm sure, but the things that I eat generally green smoothies and salads. The main reason I like these things and I eat so many of them is they're just such a good way to deliver a whole bunch of nutrition at one time. For instance, when I make my salads, I generally will have a full head of red leaf lettuce. That's my favorite. If I can't find red leaf lettuce around, I'll get green leaf lettuce. Romaine's not a big favorite of mine. I'll eat it, but I'll have a big salad, full head of lettuce. I keep chopped up stuff in the refrigerator, and stuff that's good for the gut, good for the microbiome, and getting a lot of variety and colors in those salads. So I'll generally have some chopped purple cabbage, some chopped broccoli, chopped carrots. More and more now I'm seeing better looking tomatoes, and I'm seeing a lot of heirloom tomatoes in this area, which is going to be nice for the salads this spring and summer. I'll chop up some tomatoes in there. I'll chop up some cucumbers. My salads are just like banging now. Like I had kind of gotten a little blah with them, kind of a little plain and lazy with them, and then about 6 or 7 months ago, I just started getting those colors in. So a lot of times I've got 5 or 6 different things on top of my lettuce, plus the sprouts I'm getting in there. Sprouts, and that's the next one. Sprouts are a huge priority of mine. I'm looking over here to my table where I keep my fruit and I keep my sprouts, and I've got a batch of lentil sprouts and a batch of broccoli sprouts going right now. Sprouts are uber important to me. I just think there's just such good nutrition there, so I'll have sprouts on my salad. When I'm choosing my salad dressings, there's just certain days I'll have I have higher fat days and I have lower fat days. And sometimes, every once in a while, in my nice cream, I actually like a little almond butter. So sometimes, if I have had a little almond butter in my nice cream for breakfast, then I'll do something with lower fat, with no fat or low fat in my my salad dressing for the day. But you're starting to see how the pieces work in. It's not, none of this is really predicated on, oh, I've got a taste for this, or oh, I want this, or my taste buds are calling out for this. I'm making those choices on the nutrition, on all the things that I want to get into my body every day. But everything I'm eating is tasty too. I'm just saying that that's not the number one objective. First, I decide the nutrition, and then I decide a salad dressing or a flavoring to go with it to make it taste a little bit better. Some of the other things I'm always trying to work into my diet are sources of omega-3s and the seeds and little things like that, little incidentals, little nuts. Like I'll have variety. I know. I just keep over and over, but just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a bite full of this, a handful of nuts. But I do like to pay attention to the omega-3s, so I've actually switched in my green smoothies to using chia seeds and flax seeds more so than the hemp seeds, because there's a better ratio of omega-3s, and those omega-3s are important. So like I say, and I'm not trying, the point I'm telling you here is don't focus on every specific of thing that I think I need to include, but just the overall message of it by making your decisions based on what you need nutritionally over, like I say, what you just have a taste for that day. Fermented, I'm starting some sauerkraut this week. I've started some a couple of times before, but I didn't do it right. So just lots and lots of variety. And then that's how I decide sometimes if I've had like a big salad for the day, then my green smoothie is always going to be the next meal, or vice versa. Like today, I'm having my green smoothie for lunch, having my salad for dinner. But each meal is just always like I'm asking myself, okay, what have I not gotten yet today? What am I missing in there? And just making the best decisions based that way. I'm trying to think of something like how maybe I do some journals online. I sell a few journals on Amazon, just simple food journals. And I was trying to think of like a way to construct a food journal, or you can even do it just in a notebook where you had your priorities. Like these are the priorities of things you want to get in every day on your lifestyle. And I know this sounds kind of hokey, but you know how Weight Watchers and stuff used to have points, and if you did this, you could have this a little bit later. But it would be almost like you have these certain things. You've got this list of things, this list of nutrition or things that you want to get in every day. That's your priority. So if you work on, okay, you're going down, maybe you have a food journal or a notebook, however you're keeping it, you eat certain things and you check those off the list. Okay, I've eaten a lot of fruit. I've eaten greens, or either I'm going to have some more greens later. You got this. You've had your sprouts, you've had your fermented, or whatever works for you. And then you go, once that list is checked off, maybe you can have some sort of a treat if you're still hungry. But like I say, if you will really just focus on that nutrition and always focus on getting in more nutrition, your body's going to be more satisfied. The more your body is fed that way, the more satisfied you're going to be in the long run. Taste only gives you kind of a surface satisfaction. That's why when you're eating junk food or when you're eating a bad diet, you can eat 5, 6, 7,000 calories and always still be hungry. I remember years ago I used to binge eat a little bit. Not binge eating like a disorder or anything, like just like, I'd have a day where I'd just go nuts and eat and eat and eat and eat. And I never could fill myself up because I was just eating junk. I was eating macaroni and cheese and ice cream and fried chicken and bad things that just weren't nourishing my body. So if you would just really get in tune to what it takes to fuel your body, instead of just the distraction of a taste or what gives you pleasure on your taste bud at any given moment, it'll work for you. This diet is not that hard. This lifestyle is not that hard because there's so many options. It's just about kind of changing the mindset of how you eat and why you eat. And I'm gonna finish with this. And I'm not a big preacher. If they're like, I talk about this stuff on here, but in my day-to-day life, when I run into people that are eating horrible food, I don't say a word because I'm just not that guy. But I'm sitting there thinking, like I went to this festival yesterday and I see what people are eating, and yeah, people aren't. That's not their normal when you're out at some special event or whatever. But I notice other people that don't eat like us when I'm out and about, and I'm like, I see so many meals where I'm like, that's just like total, that person's just eating for taste bud pleasure. There's actually zero nutrition in that meal over there. In fact, you wouldn't even call a lot of that food over there. And some people do that meal after meal, day after day. So if you're just going to be a slave to your taste buds, this lifestyle is going to be a little bit more difficult for you. But if you choose based on the things that are going to make you feel the best, that's going to keep your body light, energetic, not going to weigh you down, you're going to be better in the long run. And once again, I just have to stress, even though I talk like that, sometimes I think some people like it's got to be an either or. They think, well, you're talking about nutrition instead of taste. Oh, I've got to have taste. Well, yes, I'm not talking about eating flavorless food. I'm just talking about what your priority is. But as long as you got there's tons of recipes out there. I love everything I eat. I'm going to have a salad here in about an hour or so, and I can't wait. Whether like I'm probably going to use a little bit of fat today because I haven't had any, but my no-fat salad dressings that I used are good. My kind of moderate ones are good, and my higher ones are good. Not my recipes, actually. I use mostly somebody else's, but you get the drift. But focus on that nutrition and always be kind of seeking. It makes it like a project. When you get interactive and you research and you see the things that you need to put into your body, you get more of an understanding of it, and then it's not just this thing that you mindlessly do 3 times a day. You know what you're eating and you know why you're eating. Anyhow, I think I'm just kind of rambling here on a Monday, but hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you here again midweek. Peace.